Right, I'm doing two things here. One, I've got a new polish which I'm going to try out, which is a white diamond high shine for my tank. It's already been done a couple of times in your white diamond, the original one. So we've got white diamond metal polish, which you do it first, and secondly you've got the high shine. So we'll give that a good old shake. I'm also testing out my mic because it's got a dual function, a noise cancelling mode, which sounds pretty good. So I thought I'd give that a go as well. I'm talking very, very quietly. I'm not overdoing it. And then we'll just give this a quick polish. And see what it does. Not exactly the best day in the world, but it's dry. First thing I notice about this is that it's a lot runnier than the normal white diamond. It's a lot more fluid-like. I slept alright last night, but it was a bit headachy. You know, I've woken up where I feel like a little bit on the headache side. I'm not an avid polisher, but I do like to see a nice truck. And a little bit of polish on the old tank makes you feel better, not anything else. There's my truck, the Volvo FH 460, looking very nice in the old orange. We got Alcoa Super Bright, Drawer Brights even. That's the tank I've just done. Yeah, it's got a nice shine on it now. But it's starting to look like it's going to rain, so I'm going to leave the other one for another day. That tank is quite huge, and with the way it's come over in the last 10 minutes, it has been polished with the normal white diamond, but there's a difference between that one and that one. Very good. And we have a nice, I mean, that's huge. Can put loads of stuff in there. I even carry my own wash and wax along with other stuff. That there is actually accessible from underneath the bunk. You can take this tray out to get into this lot if you should wish. On both sides we have one thing, and we come to the suspension. Lifts up nice and high, and it's got a nice magnet to keep it all down. When you come to the seat, you got all sorts. You got your up and down, your ride suspension. Even got heated seats. The lot, it's beautiful. And then we come up to leather seats with armrests on both sides, which is all very nice. And then we come into the dash itself. You've got cupboards I mean, I'll actually show you what I use them for. I've got all my clothes, my trousers and tops here, pants and socks here. That's just my GoPro case. Got a drawer here with all my Costa coffees. Obviously you can use what you want. There's my Tassimo coffee maker, which doesn't come as standard, and neither does this. This basically is a remote control for an inverter I have in the back side locker, 1500 watts. Got another cupboard here which I use for all sorts, as you can see, and it even has a fold down mirror to do your hair in the morning. You've got a Firefly screen up here with the additional blackout blind, which is all very nice. And also this is made, you should never cover that up with like bars or whatever, because you have a hammer down there. So in the case of emergencies, that's designed to break through there so you can climb through the roof hatch. So that's what that's for. Then we come to this side here, which is obviously the carbon copy of the other side, which I've got all my work telephone numbers and bits and pieces. Inbuilt TV hookup. There's 3 aerials on the roof. One's for tracker, one's for your TV. So as long as you buy a 19-inch or less TV with a 12-volt socket, the 12-volt also supplies the aerial as well with power. So the aerial there goes into the back of the set. So I'm looking to do that one day. In here we have a USB. Now the USB is running through there into the music system, which got all my albums and stuff on there. That's my iPhone. I don't use my iPhone anymore. I use my Samsung, but I use Google Maps on there. And you have your light system. So you've got off, and you have red, and you can see it all turns nice and red. And then you've got your plus and minus on here, so it can go down and up. It's lovely in the middle of the night. Now we change to white. Also the white underneath there too, and in the other side, which you can also turn up and down. And full flood, where they all come on. This is nice. And we keep them on for now. Volvo actually got its own smoke alarm as well, so as long as you keep it pressed, just to make sure it works. Like I say, the driver's seat has 2 armrests, and it's the lovely Volvo automatic gearbox. At the moment it's folded down. You have reverse, neutral, automatic or manual with a rocker up and down on the side. And this is for economy or power. To be honest, I never use the power. And a L button on the back. So if you break down and get any problems, that's a limp mode basically. So we come to the cup holder, which comes out, goes back in with another little drawer there. And this tray comes all the way out. I mean, I've got 2 clipboards in there, a set of pens, and all my chargers will go there. Even the passenger seat has 2 fold down armrests. You see there's a set of power plugs down there. That's coming in from the inverter on the spare plug, which is underneath the bunk. Right, so you've also got 3 cupboards. That's one. Exactly the same on the opposite side, and in the middle we have, in my case, a microwave, hence the inverter. This is a 700 watt microwave, which is run by the 1500 watt inverter underneath the bunk. Now this here is the power, so when I press it and you got a red light, then you have power into your microwave. And it won't work unless you have the remote. Right, I do apologise for that. I uploaded a video for the cab tour and then realised there was only half of it there. I'd rendered it all, but I hadn't actually put it. I hadn't done the video correctly, and it didn't turn out. So I'll just continue from where I think I left out. So we come to here, and we have the fridge, which is digital, and you can set it to what you like. In this compartment here is the actual fridge, and in here is the freezer. Very handy to have that. That I do like. And then in here we have a big cupboard and a drinks bottle holder which you can slide up and down. In fact, it will slide just past the gearbox. Maybe losing a little bit of light, so there we go. And then we'll come down to the dash and we'll go through some of the switches. In fact, I will turn the ignition on so you can see what I see. At the moment you'll see it says F in there. That means that the gear stick is folded. Now it's in neutral, and then obviously you've got automatic and manual with a tag. You can see it's got minus and plus, so you can go up and down the gears. That's still booting up, so while it's doing that we'll go through reversing beeper on and off. Now this here is a handy little tool. You have a sliding fifth wheel. You can do it all from inside the cab. So you connect, you click it, you'll hear it go, and then it'll all light up, and then you can pull forward and backwards, relock it, make sure it's all locked into position. Then we have your exhaust regeneration system, and we have your hill start. This is the handy little tool that I found. Is you have 3 ride heights. At the moment it's in the middle off position, which is your normal ride height, and you can have it high or low. Backing onto a bay with some of these RDCs with a fridge, I find that when you are backing up to one of the bays, if I drop that, it tends to lower your front down, which hires your back up just a tad. It's just enough normally to not having to warrant jacking up your trailer. Your mid-lift up and down, at the moment you can see from here it's up. Obviously when it's loaded it'll flash if you're over the design weight for the front axles, and then it will flash at you to put it down. If you don't, it will just come down automatically after a certain speed is reached. This here, clever. Basically you've got traction control system, which is actually on at the moment, and you have off-road, so if you don't want the traction you can turn it off. Now if you've got the traction control system on, this switch here is the diff lock. When it's down to the first position and you can't press it down anymore unless you pull that down, it's in, and you see that on the dash A, that's in automatic diff lock. And when the lorry thinks you may need it, if you're in a bit of a dodgy mud or ice or whatever, snow, if it thinks it needs to go into a diff lock, it will actually engage it itself, and it only works in conjunction with the traction control system, so the two must be on or off, or fully down is obviously manual diff lock. Now we have, I'll come to that in a minute, that's your electronic handbrake, tiny little switch, and here we have numbers for the telephone, and all your buttons, there is the same duplicated on your steering wheel. Left, right, escape, volume up and down, next or previous song. And then this one here is a clever little thing, you'll see it down there. You can control this one or this one by the flick of a button. So if I flick it from here, you'll see it arrive here. Now on the steering wheel, you can go down through all the menus, which brings us nicely to the audio system. It has a built-in DAB radio player. You've got DIZARO, TuneIn, Spotify, AM, FM. The auxiliary is here, and the USB can go in there. I also have one up there, as I said earlier, and it all works from in here. So we got auxiliary. TV is what I said earlier about if I have a TV plugged in on the wall there, you play your audio through the speakers from the lorry. GS5, that's my Samsung Galaxy S5, and if I play something through this, for example, any old one. How to make Turkish kebabs. Okay. As you can see, I have a Turkish kebabs playing there, and if I enable GS5,
I'll show you how to make Turkish style chicken kebab. This is also known as tavuk shish. Let's get straight.
And there we go. So you can have the audio coming through there, or again, audiobooks. Now that's the USB up there. I used to have a load of audiobooks on it, but I've taken them off now. But the good thing about this is that you can go up and browse, and that you can go down to the actual directories and find every album you have. So let's go to Billy Idol, greatest hits, and it lists all the songs, and you can just play it straight from there, volume up and down, you know. So that's that. And right, and we also have, we go back to the original, there we go, audio, phone. You can put a couple of phones into the Bluetooth itself. So at the moment it's on my GS5, which is this one, this phone here. So this phone is on the active one, so you can even have all your call history, etc., missed calls, and then here's all your missed calls, etc. You've got a keypad, which you can either type in here, because on the new one it's all touchscreen, or you can do it from the keypad itself. Very good. I like that. And also you've got your contact lists, your favourites, and phone management. You can see that the active is this one here. I have a works phone. Vodafone, Nokia 6021. So I can actually turn it on from here. And it's going to search for the Volvo. There you go. And it's connecting. And now we're connected. So no matter who rings me on what phone, you can deal with it all from here. Answer it and reject the call. It's here too, because like I said, everything is on there is on here. Indicators and high beam. Oh, what else have we got on here? Nav 1. This truck in itself has a built-in TomTom truck nav, which is lovely. You put all your bridge heights and bits and pieces. Now I have a Wi-Fi, and what I do is I'm in airplane mode because I just woken up not long ago, so we'll enable the knock the airplane mode off first. Portable hotspot, enable, bang. Right, and we will see that is now connected to Wi-Fi from my tablet. Now my tablet is free all you can eat data, so, and it's got unlimited tethering too. So not only is this phone connected to the Wi-Fi, but also the truck is, and my iPhone, which I use for Google Maps. I have magnets, so they just click on with the magnets, they don't ever go anywhere, and I have one here too. So we got that far, and then now when you go to nav, it will actually show all the traffic. Which at the moment there isn't any, so that's great. So now we go to the main screen. So we have your AdBlue and your fuel and your temperature gauge. This is your miles per hour, your speedo, rev counter, and you obviously got your what gear you're in, whether you're in economy mode or economy mode plus, where you get the eye roll where it goes into neutral and saves fuel. And there we have your assisted braking. You have up for automatic, and he's on up for automatic, or off, or stage 1, 2 and 3 braking. If you put it on automatic and you press that button in there for B, it's called brake assist, where you can brake and the engine and gearbox, it will down the gears to make it the most efficient braking ever. So you'll have a selection of all braking and assisted brake, exhaust brake if you like, and then does a very good job actually. Now on here, when I put my tacho card in, which is up here, what will happen then is it will put in my own settings, which is rather nice. Switch your headlights here, you have side lights, automatic headlights plus, which when you turn the corners it puts a second light on the corner to illuminate where you're going. Automatic wipers, so if I press that, you've got on automatic wipers. They'll go once, and if it needs to go again, like I said, you've got this is the one where you answer all your phone call. You've got voice control, so you can actually press it. Tuner Kent FM.
Tuner
Radio Kent. Okay, so we don't, it does work normally. Now we have, if we come down to here, this is your emergency braking system on, and lane departure, so they stay on all the time. And basically this is the box, and it reads the distance between you and the car in front, and will brake. It'll give you warnings first, and if you don't adhere to the warnings, it will actually slam the brakes on and try not to hit the car in front of you. You can also turn this off by that button there. So then we come to the lovely part. Now this is the aircon, which at the moment is set on the aircon because I've got the ignition on. But when you're parked at night, this truck has actually got the iPark. So you set it to auto and you set it to the temperature you want to be in, and then you hit that button there. Obviously I've got the ignition on, so there we go. And basically all the aircon will come in, or your night heater, depending on what the temperature is outside. So if you want it to set at 15 and it's 20 degrees, it will bring in the aircon to cool you down. If not, if it's colder, it will bring the night heater to warm you up, but it keeps you at the temperature that you set it at. At the moment it's on 15 and it's brought in the aircon. Yep, just lovely. And that will keep going all night. Absolutely superb. Now this is a beautiful, beautiful lorry, and I'll just fire it up. My new window down. I've got my mirrors tucked in because I'm in a lay-by and I don't want anyone to wipe my mirrors out as they pass me. And also when you're parked quite nicely, you can press the cruise control, just knock it up once, or whatever rev you want it to be, and they'll tick over quite nicely. You'll see that the ride height is not centralised, so if I go back to here and press either up or down, there you go, it's settled down nicely, and we're on automatic headlights. Well, basically that's my truck. It's a lovely old beast. I like it very much, and well, I think that'll do. Oh yeah, one thing I haven't mentioned is your steering wheel. It's got an airbag in there, but this is the horn, the loud one, like a truck horn, and these two on the side here are like car horns, so it's really quiet. Anyway, I hope you like my truck. I do. Oh, I was going to mention this. What I'll do is knock it off the cruise control, and you have to put your foot on the brake. A lot of people have been asking me about this, and then if you put it into automatic, you'll see that it's going to start off in 5th gear. Now with your foot on the brake, press it until the light goes out. The light's gone out here too, and now you're ready to drive. Now back into reverse, stop, back into neutral, with your foot still plied, pull it, make sure the light comes on there, you're good to go. There you go, everything's switched off. I'm going to have a bite to eat before I start work, and I will see you soon. Bye for now. Right, I'm going to do my outdoor test. That's me walking away from the truck. I've got my paperwork, it's all +10, which is ideal. So she's looking smart. Yeah, I've got courgettes, aubergines and peppers, sweet potatoes. Oh yeah, not a bad load. Hello, truck. Ooh. Fridge is running. Let's do some adding up here. Well, this is all +10 because I've got bobbin store, which would be awful. +10 on CBT 111, and I have wherever my phone is. I do have a calculator on my lorry, but for now I'm just going to use calculator with you two. There we are. Right. 737. Oh, 735. 1472. 1472 case count of. And I'm going to be leaving $18.30, so I'll be there at 2300. And my Gomez reference number I have to ring up for, so I should keep that there. Go and grab a coffee to go, and that'll be perfect.